next candidate for Congress as well. Please help me welcome Secretary of State Matt Schultz. Very good. All right, good morning. I want to thank you for all of you for being here today. You know, it's because of you that we were able to defeat a popular Democratic incumbent in 2010. And I just want to thank you for all the hard work that you do for the Republican Party and for advancing our causes. It's been a pleasure and a privilege being your Secretary of State. But when Tom Latham said he wasn't going to run for re-election, it hit me like a brick. I looked at my wife and my 5 children, and I'm concerned about our country and where it's going. I'm concerned about where we're headed. Things just don't feel right. And I looked at the House of Representatives, and I feel like it's the only thing that's kept the dam from breaking, keeping President Obama and Harry Reid in check. And so I knew I had to do something. Because quite frankly, Washington is broken. It's broken. We need to send somebody who's going to stand up and fight for us, and who's going to go fix Washington. You know, number one, when I go to Washington, I'm going to fight to make sure that we repeal Obamacare. If we want to fix Washington, we have to repeal Obamacare. And we have to put a free market solution in that allows people to purchase insurance across state lines, which allows small businesses to group together, which forces transparency and wellness. We have to replace it with that. But you know, what really concerns me, I've got 5 beautiful kids. But when they were born, they were each born with more than $50,000 of debt. That's immoral. We are spending the future of our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, quite frankly, our great-great-grandchildren, and we're doing it now. It's wrong. We have to stop this, and there's only one way. We have to have a balanced budget amendment. We have to. And honestly, if we want to fix Washington, we need term limits. We have to have term limits. I love Chuck Grassley. But for every Chuck Grassley, there's Chuck Schumer, Harry Reid, Dianne Feinstein, Dick Durbin, go down the list. We can't afford any more of those people going to Washington and staying there forever. If we want to fix Washington, we have to be serious about a constitutional amendment for term limits. We need somebody who's conservative and who's going to go fight. You're going to hear a lot of good candidates talk about what they're going to do, but I've done it. As a city councilman in Council Bluffs, I cut the city tax levy every year. I cut $1 million out of the mayor's budget my first year. And when Dr. Carhart came to Council Bluffs to set up a late-term abortion clinic, he looked at some city property. What did we do? We put a deed restriction saying no abortions could be done on that property. And we stopped Dr. Carhart. Now, you know me as Secretary of State. I'm a fighter. The Des Moines Register and it doesn't like me very much, and neither do the Democrats. And it's because I stand up and I fight for what I believe in. And no matter how hard they attack me, I don't back down. And if you send me to Congress, I will fight for you. But I can't do it by myself. I'm honored to have the endorsement of FreedomWorks. I'm sure if you listen to Rush Limbaugh, you hear him talk a lot about FreedomWorks. And I'm honored to have the endorsement of Rick Santorum. But I want your endorsement. I want your support. Because I know I can't do this without you. We beat Michael Morrow in 2010 together. And together, I know that you can send me to Congress to fight for you. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for all the support you give us. And I would humbly ask you to go to my website, votemattschultz.com, volunteer, and please vote for me on June 3rd. Thank you so much. All right, we won't have to do a microphone adjustment at this time. It's my pleasure to welcome our next guest. Speaking on behalf of State Auditor Candidate, please help me welcome Bernardo Grandware.